Hello everybody, this is KBS Games, and welcome back to Crossout. And I got some exciting news for you guys, because building rebuilding from pictures or videos of the Invictus seemed pretty hard. So I made them in my my normal non-promotional account, and I got them on exhibition, Project Invictus, and they're all numbered. So number one, it would be the front section. Number 2 to 6, I think. Actually, no, wait. That's 1. 2 is the front left section. Number 3 is the right front section. 4 would be the rear right section. And 5 would be the rear left section. Then we got number 6, which is the center of fronts node. And the where is it? 7 here would be the rear bolt. Like, this would be the most rear section. And number 8 will be the rear center version. So I'm gonna load them up like one of them at a time and like show you guys the maximum dimensions, because people are like, for example, this is a little build here, but people are gonna most probably are gonna like build something with it and like try to fit it, and it wasn't fit. So first I'm going to just load the first up, and I'm going to explain some few things. So everything is painted white, as you can see, except a few things that are red. So the red things are mostly like placeholders. For example, the cabin and the parts that like are otherwise not connected. So for example, this piece right here and this piece right here are otherwise not connected, and you probably want to put some kind of armor piece to connect them like otherwise. So let's say ABC like ABC art module, and like put an armor in the back. That's a viable strategy, like actually do that. And I have actually, I see I kind of left a random part here, but it doesn't really matter. So I put like truck doors in the rear instead of the ABC panels, and I got a long pipe shield and the oblique white slopes. The white slopes can be replaced by small slopes in this scenario, or with the thick pipe mudguard. This work, as well as the dipper. Although I knew of one of these, so but like those parts should work there. And if you don't have a long pipe shield, in this scenario you can replace them with something like actually like a brazier, like this. So like connect it in the middle, and that should work. So the build limitation of this vehicle basically are as followed. Let's actually just Control C that all the way. And basically, we start at the rear here. So, kind of like this. Wait, I'll just actually, I'll just grab some of these panels. And we go around the corner like this. So we cannot extend beyond the meat grinder. However, at this piece right here, if possible, like try to stick around this for 8 wide. So you can go like that. And this part can be too wide, but like you need to like get a little bit more space here. And because it's the front section, like after you got that, you're going to go too wide again, and you can go as forward as you want. But the rear is kind of like limited like this. Okay, I'm gonna delete that, get that out of my custom blueprint slot, and I'll be this it will be the same for all like 2 to 5. I'll be downloading it, putting up blueprints and loading it up. So actually after a little bit of editing, I do have to say, like, you will have to replace this long pipe shield with a strike plate, and you kind of want to, if possible, like upside down, but it doesn't really matter. Like, you just want to actually replace with a thin strike plate. So that's something like that's something you have to do by hand, but otherwise a good replacement would be buggy step plate. In this case scenario, like these two wide slopes are the same as like what you could change as with the other one, and near the same thing. Like you have 4 small ones, and you can replace with either of those parts as well. This part here, this is necessary for the second hook, as you could see with the last one, with the number 1, you like had a connection point, and it basically hooks up with this section here. These are placeholders because, like you would have a corner section of your build here. So let's say half wall, put like here. I'll put a hard module or something like that here. Doesn't fit actually. Oh well, but like you have to connect it up in some way. And here we got also 2 more placeholders. The 2x4 frame of some buggy floor, because if, for example, if you got an ammo pack or whatever, like you just stick this here. That goes there, and then it already like kind of connects up, so that's okay. But like you just need to, it's just to connect up the medium strut. And for this one, the dimensions are as followed. For this section, I'll be grabbing the AFI panels again, or actually do. Oh, these ones actually have more. So we got all the way up to the meat grinder, as here. And on the front section, we got up to here, basically. So you can like make it like this and smooth out like that. So go sideways. That's good doable. This section like this way, like outwards, doesn't really matter. You can go as far as you want. But in this right here, the limit is this. So up to here. So in this corner. Of course, if you got like, I'm using tractors right here, but like if you only would have 2 tractors, for example, and I hope you do, you have more, then like you can replace it with half walls, or if you're like higher up, you can use APC parts. That really fits well there. Just note for all of the 2 to 5, they're all the same, but they're just mirrored versions. So like, yeah, front left, front right, rear left, rear right. So let's just check. This goes down. This goes right. Okay, on to number 6. Download. Load it up. So I got a placeholder right here because this thing just like needs to be connected. So if you have like a module or whatever, let's say a ammo pack, you can fit it there pretty easily. Same goes, kind of same applies here. I got 2 connection points, but what you kind of want to do is have a truck slope or something like that, and then you can, because this build's limitations go from the front of this meat grinder, so from here to the side of this meat grinder. So you can put a wall like here. That's perfectly fine. And the rear, well, you kind of see it already, like just flush rear. Actually, now I look at this thing again, I'll be like changing this one actually up a little bit, because you actually can like possibly push this one towards the left if you really want to, but like this is how this is how I just leave it. It works and all good. I shouldn't be changing too much anyways. So the number 8 goes first. Actually, the number 8's pretty much the same. Like that's the same limitation, but it has only 2 meat grind instead of 4 because it needs this connection point. So it also has a pretty low tonnage, so you do have to watch out for that. This one, it has a pretty low tonnage. But that's the same building rules apply. Like the front of like the meat, where would be the meat grinder. So like actually you can actually extend up to the front of these oblique slopes. Now I look at it, like, and just the rear of this and the side of the meat grinders. It's just the same really. And for the 7, it's kind of the same as the front. You can go up to the oblique ropes and up to the sides of this one. And I'll just actually download this one. Goes a little bit easier. So up to the front of this here. So up to here. And up to the side of the meat grinders. And towards the rear, actually, like, you can just go infinitely long if you want to, but of course, part limits, whatever, you are limited to some points. And this is like another placeholder, but so you're probably gonna be looking at having armor. And the same thing applies here as with the front, so you want to have an 8 wide section right here before going for the wider approach, like that. And that's really it, guys. So again, PRGCT, capital I, Invictus, and then just the numbers, really. So currently what I got is, like, I got the number 1 is normal account. Actually a friend of mine is going to be playing on this account, so he will be using the front. And I myself have the most, I'm probably going to run either 6 or 8. Because those are the most complicated ones. You guys kind of saw it like on the original video, how big and bulky, especially number 6 was, how complicated it kind of like was built. And also, like, a little notification, kind of like the paint scheme I wanted to use is just gonna be the sandstorm paint, and then you can just add like 1 or 2 paints of a different color to like get some details on like like this friend of mine did with this build. He like painted this central line red, and I could also like throw him a little bit or something and like go for blue or whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. But the main color is pretty much like sand color. And that's really it, guys. I hope I can get some of you guys to actually like load these up and build around and whatever. And yeah, like, if you actually made it, again, like, it's always like, just join the Discord. You can talk to me in there anyway, so it's always handy even if you're not gonna build stuff. And like, just build one, personal message me in Discord, send me some pictures, and that's all good. And again, as always, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye, guys!